Good morning, everyone. I am here with a journal share, and this one I made the whole cover. I made it out of a book, but I made my own spine. I made it out of my Edith Holden book, so the actual cover itself is the cover of the book, the back and the front. But I put a bigger spine in it because the spine was only like this big. So I put a fatter spine in it. But other than that, this is the actual cover of the book. And I covered it with this vintage fabric and put this green trim on the bottom with these super old buttons right here. And a Tim Holtz nameplate. It says "Be Authentic." And some more vintage fabric underneath. And it has 3 signatures, and it is a heavy, heavy book. I did a closure with this old fabric that has stamping on it. It's kind of like a canvas fabric almost, but it's got stamping on it. And on the inside, I used a lot of the Edith Holden paper, the original pages. That's why I used the original cover, because I wanted it to be as big as the pages without having to cut this. And this is the actual cover of the book that was on the inside of the book. I just ripped it off and put it back on here. And this is a Tim Holtz paper in the spine. And this, I just sewed around this one. There's nothing in it, and I did some stamping on it and put some lines on the back. And this is the actual first page of the book. I just sewed around it, and this is just some little extra paper right here. And some little vintage tidbits. And Trina got me some of these at Tuesday mornings. They're super cute. So I used some of those in the book. And I'm sorry if, oh my goodness, my hand is horrible this morning, so I won't take every paper clip off because that takes me a while to put them back on. I put some fabric tabs on it and some lace ones and just a bunch of vintage stuff. And I didn't cover up any of these, so if she wants to, she can cover that up and put, paper over it or whatever. I just thought it was cool to read. I didn't put anything on these pages for the most part. And here's just some little pieces of the fabric that I used in the book. And it flips all the way up so you can write under it. A little button. Some vintage documents I got off of Etsy. I did do a little bit of stamping. And in here is just a tag that I made with vintage pieces. This even says Joann's. I remember getting this fabric like years and years ago at Joann's before they closed down in a little town nearby me. Some old map, and I put a little dangle butterfly on that one. I don't know if I'm in frame. I just used random papers and did some stamping on there. This is some Tim Holtz. It's just folded over, flips out. Some ledger paper. And over here, I made a little pocket with this page that I had left over, and just put some little tidbits on there. And put this index card in there, and this daily card. This came from Junk That Treasures. She has some cute things on her shop. You have to go check her out. I will link her Etsy below so you can go check her out. And this vintage card and this one. And I just tucked it behind there. A big old doily. And I just sewed some vintage fabric. Oopsie. Hold on one second. Have to blow all those little pieces out of there. I love these pages. They're so gorgeous. This book is huge, so I'll try to hurry. A couple of these in here. And I just put them under there. This little pocket has this one. And I just did a little layering on that pocket. And over here is part of one of the pages. And inside is this one. And these I got off from Junk That Treasures as well. These I didn't coffee dye, I just stuck them in there. And this old bingo card that Bonnie sent me. She found in North Dakota, I believe. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. I took that off. What'd I do that for? And this pocket's kind of loose because of the tracing paper, so I put the paper clip on there. Love the tracing paper. Over here, I just did a little Patricia pocket and put this little Tim Holtz card in there and just put some vintage stuff and sewed it to some coffee paper. Put a little piece of dangling bits on there. Over here, I just pinned some little bits to this one. I just left these strings in here. Here is an index card. This, okay, yeah, I pinned that. I left that one. That's glued down. But on this side, I guess I will take the paper clips off. I won't be able to show you if I don't. I put this big journaling card in there. And then this flips up and out. That's why I had the paper clips on there. Like so. And this one inside. Oops. Over here, just some vintage embroidery piece with some layering. And then this is Tsunami Rose. All this ephemera is Tsunami Rose. Stamping, some more tracing paper, lots of journaling spots. I shaped those as a tag. I love that idea. And in here, I just stuffed it with a bunch of little pieces of, this is like a little vellum. I was going to make a pocket out of it, but I'm like, she can put it wherever she wants in the book. And I just put some extra out of my stash, because I'm starting to get a lot of stash again. Almost time for some happy mail, I'm thinking. Documents. I love this page. I love the bees. They're so cute. And here I just dangled a little bell on there. That was the first signature. And this is just a little tip out. Fabric tip out with some vintage pieces. And over here, I did the same. I just stuffed it with a bunch of little pieces of Tsunami Rose ephemera and this little die cut perfume bottle. And she can add those to her journal or to a different journal if she wants to. I sewed around that pocket and put these two in there. This one opens. And up here, this is a time card, and I just paper clipped it to this page. I just flipped the time card over and then just made a little booklet. I think there's, just made a little booklet out of them. There's a couple of these in here. I think like 3 of these in here. And I just flip it on the top of there and pinned it on like that. I love this page too. It's so pretty. So cute. I just want to give whoever bought this like a bunch of extra tons of writing space, and it super lays flat. So pretty. So pretty. And over here is another one of those Patricia pockets. And I just layered some vintage tidbits on there. There's some extra paper I had, and I put this little Tim Holtz cardstock, and this is Tsunami Rose, and I put this little family in there since it says family, couple I should say, like that. I thought that was super cute. And over here, I just, oopsie, did some layering on there. And this opens up all the way. I mean, all the way. And I just put it back down like that. And put the paper clip on. And then this big jumbo Hermelinda tag. This is how she does her tags. Sew it all around that one. And this I just washi taped in, and it's tells you about plants, orchids. Love it. I love this one too. Well, I'll stop saying that because you know I love them all. And over here, I just a little library pocket from Junk That Treasures, and I just washi taped it in so it flips out. And I just made that little tag. And this is a little tiny booklet that I made out of extra fabric that I had laying here. And that came from the book. I just thought that was so cute. I'm not going to try and tie it because it'll hurt me. And I put these little kids in there, in this little pocket. And then this is a Artie Mae's envelope, and it's not glued. So she can write in it or glue it down and use it somewhere else. And it tucks into that little fabric piece. Just made this big old tag. This is some Tim Holtz people. Pretty Tim Holtz vellum piece. In this bag, I put this journaling card and a whole bunch more little tidbits she can use. A little Tim Holtz sticker. And I just made a little pocket out of this leaf and that little girl and put this in there. She can read this, came from the book. Sorry about that, had to let my doggie out. And the third signature. And here's another one of those time cards with extra paper inside. And it just slides right on like that. And over here is a bunch of stuff. I just used this paper and made a little tuck spot with this guy and Tim Holtz, and I can't remember whose the clock is, but I just tucked that inside there. In the pocket, I made yet another booklet out of this one, this plant, out of my plant book. And put some tidbits on it. Some Tsunami Rose. And Tsunami Rose and Tim Holtz. And here there is a bunch of little tidbits. Another clock. And these are some stickers I found at my local store, and I put them on chipboard. And so she can use them in here or wherever she wants. And over here, some more Tim Holtz family. And then this little card. And some vellum piece. And over here is just a little fabric sample tip out. I just love that. So cute. I love the feel of it in the book. And over here is a pocket with this part of the page. And over here is another little tag I made and layered Write some stuff on there, a little key. I love this one. I love them all though. Put her inside. So cute. She can glue it down in her book or whatever she wants to do with it. I tried to paper clip a lot of things in here so it can be moved about. And this doesn't have anything in it, but I did make a little pocket on this one and backed it with coffee dyed paper and put this little ephemera inside. And this is just another little fabric, oopsie, little bunch of journaling spots, and I had a hole there, so I just hung that on there. Just some ledger paper pieces. And so I just paper clipped it down so it will stay down. And some more of that book page. And this one has that one. And then I made another little booklet right here. This is from Junk That Treasures. And I just folded the top over and made a little booklet out of it. And there's all her information. And she can go check out her shop. She can find some amazing things, a little decoupage. And this is part of the book. I just backed it with coffee dyed paper with the lines on it and put this little guy with it. And you don't really need that paper clip. I don't know why I did that, but I think to hold the little dude on there. One of my sister's flowers and the little leaf. This flips up. And some vintage lace. I love that lace. And that is the book. This big journaling card. And this one. Then another time card booklet. And that is my latest. I want to share it with you because I have to get this in the mail today. This big old beast. It is a big one. It's heavy too, I think, because of the book itself is so heavy. I'm not used to that. But it is a big one. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, have a great day and happy crafting. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you already are, thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.